Hiya! Welcome! Right, let's not beat around the bush. You've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title, you know that this is a massive, and I do mean massive, Rammstein vinyl record haul here today. We've got singles, we've got albums, we've got discs of all shapes and sizes. Well, not all shapes, but of varying sizes, certainly. Spanning across 3 different websites, all of which I've used before numerous times. Just to give you a bit of a backstory to why there's suddenly a load of Rammstein in my collection. Well, the short answer is because I wanted to. But back in the late 2000s, turn of the 2010s, I was a big Rammstein collector. I still am, but exclusively on CD. I had all the CD albums, and I still do. Had all the DVDs and Blu-rays, and I still do. I had all the CD singles as well, but I did sell the CD singles when I moved to Ireland for a year in 2012. I'd kind of wanted to get some Rammstein singles back in my collection, but I do find now, as I think a lot of people certainly do with albums, myself included really, I find, you know, vinyl singles, 7-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch singles, a lot more fun than CD singles. It's surprisingly slim pickings for Rammstein for singles, particularly for their early years. It's not just singles I'm going to show you today, because there is albums as well, so we've got all kinds of everything. So let's just get on with it. And it's just been really fun for me to be adding some Rammstein on vinyl into the collection, as they're a band, like I say. I've got all their albums on compact disc, but on vinyl the only thing I've got until this haul here today was one album on record. Oh, and just before I get going, this video might be going out either the day or the day after that Rammstein's brand new studio album is released. Of course I've pre-ordered that, but I'm going to dedicate a separate video to show you that album, as I think it deserves one. So look out for that, hopefully sometime next week if there's no delivery problems. Right then, first Rammstein record to show you today is the Solitary one from Discogs. It's not slim pickings for Rammstein on Discogs, it's just, it seems to be more expensive to buy Rammstein on vinyl at Discogs than eBay, where a lot of this stuff I'm going to show you is from. A lot of that's to do with the fact that it's international sellers, so then you've got extra postage and often taxes to pay as well. But one thing I found on Discogs that I couldn't find for anywhere near as good a price on eBay was their 2012 single, I think this is, Minehurst Brent. So this was originally a track that was on their Mutter album from 2001, but it was issued as a single in its own right over a decade later to promote their promo video compilation that came out on DVD and Blu-ray. I think this was actually the final Rammstein CD single that I bought. I probably didn't own this very long before it got sold off. I don't sell stuff anymore, I just collect and collect and collect. This is sealed, you might be able to tell. It's just a 2-track 7-inch single. A-side, Minehurst Brent, I think it might be the piano version rather than the standard Mutter album edit. And the B-side is, if I can pronounce it okay, Gib mir ein Augen, and I think that's standard black vinyl. This is sealed, and unusually for a 7-inch single it does have a hype sticker on it, so I won't get that out and show you. There is some stuff that is pre-owned and therefore already open, which I will show you, but just to keep things chugging along, I'll do these as quick as possible. From Discogs, a seller over here in the UK, and it was, I think with postage, it was around £27–28, which is way more than I like to spend normally on singles, particularly. Even a lot of albums I don't like to spend that much on. But that was a really good price compared to all the other sellers, not only on Discogs but eBay. So there we are, that's the first one. We move on to a bunch of different eBay purchases. I think all of these were from different sellers. I've opened them previously. We have got a mail opening that's like the big section of the haul to do at the end, but all these were from separate sellers. Our first eBay Rammstein 7-inch single show you. Pussy! Yes, that's right. This one is pre-owned. I was really getting into Rammstein properly and starting to collect them around the time this came out. Unusual 7-inch single this, as it's only single-sided. I don't know if you can see the logo etched on that side there, but just the one track, Pussy, on it. And this comes in Viagra Blue. Apparently this is Viagra Blue. Leroy Screwballs told me so. I'm only joking. It was advertised as such on the listings and in the Discogs database, etc. So just the one track, that's more of a collector's item, because obviously I've got this track numerous times over on different albums and things. Such a weird cover, that. And it's still, I think, my favourite Rammstein single, Pussy, out of their extensive catalogue. But really happy to get that. That was the first single off their album Liebe ist für alle da, by the way. But we'll get onto that again later. One more 7-inch single from eBay, and this one, as you can see, is also new and sealed. This is the second single from aforementioned album, and this is called Ich tu dir weh. And I think this again is a single-sided disc. It's just got the one track on it, and I believe the other side is etched with, assuming, the same Rammstein logo. As you can see, I've not opened it yet, so I'm not entirely sure. I think that there is a little price sticker there. I think I paid £15 for this. Oh, Pussy, by the way, that wasn't too cheap. That was about 20, I think. But that was the cheapest I could find it. This is a red record, if memory serves, but I'm trying to get through these fairly quickly. So anything that's still sealed, I'm going to keep it sealed in this video. We remain with eBay, but we go to the solitary 12-inch single from there. And this was the third and final single from Liebe ist für alle da. This has separated the record and the inner from the outer, because that's how it came, and it also came in a protective sleeve as well. But I'm talking about Haifisch, which is German for shark. So I was happy to get a 12-inch single. I would have preferred more 12-inch singles, but understandably they're more expensive and sometimes more rarer than the 7-inch counterpart. Sometimes they don't differ wildly in the tracks between the 7 and 12-inch versions. Maybe you'll get a longer edit or extra remixes on a 12-inch. With this one, I think it's the normal edit of Haifisch on side A. And on side B, there's a remix by some person or act I can't pronounce. I think the 7-inch is very similar, it's got the same tracks on it. I would have chosen the 12-inch if possible, and this one for some reason doesn't seem massively expensive. I can't remember how much this was, but I don't think it was more than 15 including postage. And as you can see, we've got a very nice blue disc there. Put this back in its proper sleeve now. Haifisch, currently my sole 12-inch single in my Rammstein collection. Now, the final eBay purchase, this only came a couple of days ago, and it's an album, and it's the album that I've mentioned, Liebe ist für alle da. Here it is. I have shown this on my channel a few times, but in the CD form. I've got the special edition 2-disc compact disc of this album. And it's still my favourite Rammstein album. It's got my favourite single, Pussy, on it. And it's just a thoroughly strong album overall. I wasn't absolutely desperate to buy this on vinyl yet, but I'm glad I did, because for some reason, and at the time of me recording this, I think the price is still very, very reasonable. This is only brand new, £17.99 on eBay. As you can see, there's a HMV price sticker there. This was actually from HMV's eBay store, for all intents and purposes. This is from HMV. I did look on the HMV website as well. It's £17.99 on there as well. I thought getting it on eBay was better because it was automatically free postage, whereas on the website it's free postage over £30. So I would have had to just look for something else to buy, and there was nothing else from HMV that I wanted. Well under 20 for a brand new 2-disc album. This will be a gatefold sleeve as well. It's got a nice hype sticker there, and it's an album I love. As I say, I tend to show Liebe ist für alle da, my special edition CD variant, as an album that I pick whenever I do these vinyl community contest entries and tags and stuff. It's standard black vinyl, this. All these Rammstein LP reissues came out, I think, around 2017 or something like that. I wasn't collecting vinyl at that point. I am now. I wasn't in a mad rush to get this, as Rammstein albums on record tend to be at least £30 bare minimum, but for some reason this one is going for £18, and I do highly recommend it as well. So I think that's a really good purchase if you're interested in getting a Rammstein album and B, one on vinyl record. It's a really good deal, that. So that was all my eBay stuff. Right, now for what I think is going to be the very exciting bit, because this is the main bulk of the haul. There's 5 more Rammstein records of varying descriptions to show you now. And this was from a website that I have used a couple of times now, from Germany, JPC. So quite appropriate, German band, ordered 5 more Rammstein or Rammstein related records, as I think there's one in here that isn't technically Rammstein, but we'll get onto it, from Germany. Let's get it open and I can show you 5 more beautiful items for the collection. I don't think I need my knife here. Whoop. Some really new stuff in here as well. Stick those down there. Right, I'm not even going to sort these out, I'm just going to take them as they are out the mailer. And the first one to show you is, this is the newest thing in my Rammstein collection to date. It's their brand new single, Zigzag. I can't remember prices, it was all converted from euros. I think the overall order, including postage, for 5 records from JPC was just under £80. It was like £79 something after conversion. And that's including postage as well. I still say, if you're making sure you're translating things properly and you need to take your time a little bit, I still say JPC is a brilliant site to order from, because their prices, even with international delivery, are really good compared to other record and music sites where you may buy your stuff. But here's Zigzag. I think it's a couple of mixes, well, possibly the album version on side A and then remix on side B. A very colourful sleeve there, so that is very new, that, because that's only come out like within the last couple of weeks or so. And here's an interesting one. This one isn't Rammstein, but it was listed with all the other Rammstein records. This is actually a limited edition 7-inch single from Till Lindemann, who is the lead singer of Rammstein, for those who don't know. He had his sort of side project called Lindemann, but it was technically a duo. It gets confusing. And this is something, I mean, it passed me by originally. I don't think it's that old. It was either out late last year or early this year. But this is a single called Ich Wasser Kinder, and it's just a Till Lindemann solo thing, really. Apparently this is on red vinyl, but it's sealed, so I'm not going to show it to you today. Yeah, I thought I'd add this to the order. I've seen this on EMP as well and nearly bought it when I pre-ordered the new album. At that point I wasn't intending to collect all these singles and everything, but now I'm trying to build up my Rammstein singles collection again. I thought I'd just have this one. It was a reasonable price, something like €12 or something. I think it may even add a couple of euros off as like a sale item. Ich Wasser Kinder by Till Lindemann. Alright, here is the first 10-inch single to show you. And this is Ausländer. I believe that is German for foreigner. This was the second single from Rammstein's previous album. Their album that's technically untitled, but it's often credited just as Rammstein, from 2019. I think it's a 3-track 10-inch single. I do like 10-inch records, actually. I don't get many of them. Obviously, the halfway house between a 7-inch and a 12-inch. And I think there's a couple of mixes of another track from that album, Radio, or Radio, as it might be pronounced, on side B. Ausländer there. I think it's standard black vinyl from what I remember. We stick with 10-inch singles, and this one, I really nearly got this when I pre-ordered the album a couple of months ago, because this was announced at the same time, and this one obviously would have been sent out way quicker. But as I say, back then I still hadn't decided that I wanted to collect Rammstein singles again. But this is the first single from their upcoming, which, as you're watching this, it will be out now, brand new studio album, Zeit, and this is the title track, Zeit. So this is a 10-inch single. I think that's an obi strip around the left side of the jacket there, so that's nice. Zeit, which is German for time, also the name of the new album. Very difficult for me to see what the extra tracks are on here. I think it's a 2-track single, looking at it. Possibly a remix. Yes, I think it is a remix of Zeit on side B. And there again, as far as I remember, it is a standard black disc again. Finally, oh, we have got an invoice there that was sandwiched in between. I can't read it, but I've told you what the price was. Finally, here's another album. It's not just been singles. That's been the main point of these hauls, to really beef up the singles collection, but I've been wanting to double up on certain albums as well that I've already got on CD to get on vinyl. You saw Liebe ist für alle da, so I've now got 2 different formats of that. And also, this is my second format for this album here, which was the one I mentioned a couple of minutes ago that Auslander featured on. This is Rammstein's Untitled 2019 studio album. So I've been thinking about getting this for ages. I've got the special edition CD again. I always get the special edition CDs for Rammstein because I just think the nicer collector's items, sometimes you get a bonus disc and other times you just get fancier packaging. I really wanted this on record. This was normally around the £30 mark brand new on all the sites that I normally go on. But it seemed, even with international postage and everything else, to be a much better price at JPC. This one has got the singles Auslander and Deutschland on. I think Radio was also a single, albeit a download or streaming only single. Great album this. Don't love it quite as much as Liebe ist für alle da, but it is definitely a grower this. I've listened to it again on CD not too long ago. I heard it again and I was like, yeah, I do want to get that on vinyl at some point. And today's the day. Right, wow, that felt a bit epic. Lots of Rammstein here. How many items was that? About 10? And I've still got more on the way. So not only are you going to see me show you the brand new Rammstein studio album, Zeit, very soon, but there'll also be more Rammstein singles to show you. I've really got all the ones now that were cheap or cheapish or easy to find without being too expensive. There will be more Rammstein to show you from numerous sellers in the near future. I've got 2 more albums to listen to, Liebe ist für alle da and Untitled, that will go in my vinyl collection along with all those Rammstein 7, 10 and 12-inch singles. Thank you all for watching this absolutely gigantic Rammstein haul here today. I want to say special thanks, as always, to my wonderful subscribers and generous patrons. Please see my Patreon link and my Facebook group link and a link for contents insurance from Urban Jungle. That's all down in the description text box. I'm going to go now, and as you can see, I've got an absolute ton to listen to. The singles aren't going to take long to listen to because a lot of them have only got 2 tracks on them. So I'll probably get all the singles done first, even the ones like Pussy and Ich zu dir that are only one-sided and have got the track elsewhere a few times anyway. There's a lot of amazing Rammstein listening. My favourite European band, one of my very favourite bands of all time. I've been a massive collector, particularly on CD, for many years now, and to get all this vinyl from them in this haul here today has been an absolute pleasure. And I hope it's been a pleasure for you, and please will you join me again next time for my next Rammstein related record collecting video. Cheers everyone. See ya!